Welcome back to Tech Talks from Commercial Baking. In this episode, sponsored by Farinart, I am speaking with John Howard, Business Development and Sales Manager, about the benefits and uses of sprouted grains in commercial bakery applications. Hi, John. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Hi, Joni. It's a pleasure to be here today, and just wanted to say thank you for allowing Farinart to be part of the platform and be able to share our insight on sprouted grains to the industry.
Well, this is a conversation that I don't believe I've had yet in our Tech Talk series. So I am excited to learn all of the things from you. Let's just start with a super simple question. What exactly is a sprouted grain?
Well, you pose a very simple question. However, I don't think there's a very simple answer in terms of the regulations surrounding sprouted grains. And so the Cereals and Grains Association, one of the world's leading authorities of grains, has defined sprouted grains as a malted or sprouted grain containing the original bran, germ, and endosperm, and it shall be considered a whole grain as part of growth that does not exceed the kernel length. And so basically it means that the sprouting portion of the grain cannot exceed the entire length of the kernel. And it also has to have a nutrient value that has not been diminished. This is endorsed by the USDA. However, there is no formal regulation on this definition. And so when we speak with customers regarding sprouted grains, we're explaining to them that it's going through a germination process. And this germination process occurs over anywhere from a 2-day, which you would call a short germination process, up to 3 to 5 days of a germinating process. And basically, the short process will allow for benefits including digestibility. The long germination process will result in a flavor additive. And so that's how we convey to our customers the process of sprouted grains.
All right, that makes sense. What's the data saying about how consumers are sort of responding to sprouted grains?
Well, according to Forbes magazine, there was an article done in 2020 that stated sprouted grains are on the rise. The sprouting grain market was valued at $4.86 billion in 2023, and it is expected to reach $12.8 billion by 2031, growing at a 10.2% combined annual growth rate from 2024 to 2031. This tells us that the consumer is demanding more sprouted grains, and they're anticipating this growth over the next 6 to 7 years. There was also a market study done on how rapidly this area is growing. There's consumer knowledge that has been improved over the years, which is demanding more of a healthy baked good item that is also going to help with digestibility and other nutrients. So the data is telling us that sprouted grains is going to be on the rise, and we believe that it's going to be the next common bread, that you'll find sprouted grains of some sort in every baked goods across the country, or perhaps even globally.
Those are some pretty strong growth numbers. And you've mentioned a couple of times now health benefits. So I think that is why consumers are really gravitating toward this, because they're looking for health benefits. So can you just sort of walk me through what some of those specific health benefits are for sprouted grains?
As we know, here in the U.S., white bread has been king for many, many years. With the recent health concerns across the country, we're seeing that more and more consumers want a more healthier product. But they also don't want to compromise. They want to be able to have a healthy diet, but still be able to enjoy that experience of eating a good, wholesome baked product. And some of the health benefits that are associated with sprouted grains, they include improved digestibility. There's also a benefit of bioavailability. Sprouted grains are high in fiber, which can help you feel full and control blood sugar. Sprouted grains are also high in antioxidants, which can help keep skin healthy. Antioxidants also encourage the growth of good bacteria in the gut. There are also been some studies done comparing a mature grain versus a sprouted grain, that sprouted grains has more available nutrients such as zinc, magnesium, iron, and protein. So these are some of the health benefits that have been stirring around in the market as consumers are trying to find better, healthy alternatives than the traditional loaves of bread. I think what's powerful about it is that you don't have to limit your consumption to just bread. You can have sprouted grains in tortillas, in pita bread, in crackers, chips. Most grains can be sprouted to some degree and can provide some type of health benefit. So I think for the consumer, they're starting to understand that it doesn't have to be a specific baked good. You can have it across all baking categories. And so we believe that along with the health benefits, the taste profiles that you're able to get out of a sprouted grain, that we're going to get more and more bakers across all segments who are looking to incorporate sprouted grains into their production process at some point.
So let's talk about it from a formulation and functionality standpoint. Walk me through, I think, you've got extensive experience in this. Walk me through the functions and benefits of sprouted grains in a formula.
Sure, great. I mean, this is where most viewers are looking to see where the rubber meets the road, right? It's that age-old adage, what's in it for me? And so, in our opinion, you're able to have some different functions and benefits by adding sprouted grain, depending on your application and your process. But here are just a few of them. With the sprouted grain, you can have starch gelatination occurs earlier in the bake process. This means for the baker that they may be able to reduce their bake time, which is paramount considering that you're trying to create a production schedule and you have all these different SKUs and products that you're trying to get through the oven, and being able to reduce your bake time by just a couple of minutes from each product is huge for the baker, right? We all know that we associate time with money. And so if you're able to get your product out of the oven sooner, it's a great benefit, right? Another benefit is enhanced crust development or coloration, which may provide some cost savings to the baker. For example, if a baker is using sprouted grain in a wheat product, there may be some cost savings where they're able to reduce the amount of sugar that's put into that dough. Depending on the type of grain that you select to be sprouted, there are certain grains that may provide different benefits for you in your process. So it's important to be able to talk to your supplier, understand what the specific benefit may be for a type of grain that you want to be able to have sprouted so you can capitalize on those operational benefits. So those are just a few things that the baker is looking for in their operation. It always helps to get that reinforced cost savings from bringing in a new product and bringing it out to market.
So tell me this, John. Describe for me Farinart's role in the whole sprouted grains picture and what your company brings to the table for bakers.
Our goal is to be able to unlock nature's potential, right, in every baked segment. And so our vision, our mission is to be able to educate our consumer base, to explain to them our mission, our vision, and how we can help them incorporate this into their everyday production. Another one of the benefits for us in sprouted grains is that if a customer wants a certain enzymatic activity in their sprouted grain flours, we can germinate to that specific target, which will allow that end user to have something that's going to set his or her product aside or different than one of their competitors. And so that's the advantage of having sprouted grains, is that one sprouted grain isn't created equally to all sprouted grains, right? And so if you can sprout to a specific target, that allows you to set yourself apart from your competitor. And so it's just about being able to convey that as a company and as an organization. We want to also incorporate our culinary expertise into the baked goods category. And what I mean by that is we have a chef on staff who also looks at different flavor profiles. So we look at what does an einkorn grain and a buckwheat grain together, what kind of flavor does that create in a specific type of formulation? And so we're constantly looking at ways to improve flavor profiles, because we believe that naturally we have products that can help improve a baked good. That's our goal.
Okay, John, listen, I started with an easy question. I'm going to end with an easy question. What is the best way for a baker to get in touch with you or anyone at Farinart to learn more about what you offer in sprouted grains?
Sure. Easy question, no doubt. So you can reach us at www.farinart.com. We just developed a new website, so we welcome everyone to come to our website, look at the different types of offerings that we have. We are also a customized producer. So if you want something specific for you, reach out to us, let us know. If you want to reach out to me directly, you can do that as well. My email is jhoward@farinart.com.
Right. Awesome. John, thanks so much for taking time to talk to me. This was a really interesting conversation, and you are without a doubt one of the most interesting people to chat with about anything, but especially about sprouted grain application. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Joni. I was really excited to do this. And again, thank you for allowing us to be part of the platform and being able to reach customers through you guys. It's a great opportunity for us, and we're hoping that we can do more of these in the future and be able to share more of our insight within grain in the grain milling category.